All right, welcome to Tom Trips Out. Going live. It's the morning. Oh, I'll just go right here. Sorry. I'm making a YouTube video at the same time. I'm a YouTuber. So we're live. I came out here for breakfast. We're in Kampot, Cambodia. This is a really cool hostel and restaurant, and they have a beer garden out here. And a big reason why I chose to come here today is on Thursday. In 2 days, I'm doing a webinar live stream here all about teaching in Cambodia. We can answer your questions directly. And I've made posts on that on Facebook and on YouTube, and so there'll be an informational live stream. And joining me in the live is the director of the TEFL course. So him and I will be both there to answer your questions and talk about stuff. I'll have some frequently asked questions prepared in case no one's asking a lot of stuff. So we'll be answering the stuff that everyone always is asking, and all the valuable info you want to know and updates on stuff. And we've had horrible rain here in Kampot. You might have seen in the news, or you could Google it, but a big typhoon came through from the Philippines. And so it was extreme winds and extreme rain and the power outages. And then even the data, so then even our phones and stuff were starting to, the data was getting really slow, and the power was going out sometimes, and then the Wi-Fi. And then I have this really important live stream on Thursday, and I keep thinking, oh my God, I hope, I need everything to be strong for the webinar live stream on Thursday. So then I thought about this place, and there's been reviews that say the Wi-Fi is very strong here. So I'm testing it out now. So I thought I'd come today. I'm on their Wi-Fi right now. So can you tell me, does it look clear, or is it all distorted and warbly? Who's watching? I got one person. And if you've been following me for a while, this was maybe 6 months ago. They had the craft beer festival. I made a video about that, and that was here, where I am now. But can somebody write in the comments, how good of a signal does it look like, I'm testing out their Wi-Fi here right now. I'm gonna do another one here Thursday for a very important live stream. So anyone watching right now, can you put in the chat if it looks clear and like a strong signal or what? Got 3 people watching. Somebody write it. And I ordered breakfast here, so we got this coffee latte. Meng Sore. Meng, how does it look? I'm testing out how strong their Wi-Fi is here. Does it look good? In Google reviews, they said they had strong Wi-Fi here. But morning, Miguel. It's cool. They give you a little oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. It's soft. I love a soft cookie. Clear from USA. Good. So I was right. There were reviews saying that, about where I am right now, Monkey Republic. Great staff and great beer gardens, and their food here is really good, actually. Kind of a little more expensive, but not too expensive. Like $5 or $6 instead of $3 or $4. But And people were writing, and their Wi-Fi is excellent. So then when I saw that, I thought, and it kind of looks nice. On Thursday, I can get a spot out in the garden there. It's just there's one or two couples enjoying their breakfast together, and I don't want to be blah 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 in my live stream sitting right beside them. So I came in here to be alone, kind of. But you could see on Thursday I could sit out here, and it's a nice setting for the, like, I'm still somewhere and inside, but it's not going to be, you can still see trees, and it still looks like Cambodia instead of sitting in my bedroom wall behind me or something. Wow, thank you. And now that I've come into town, I brought my camera with me, and so I'm just going to be a filming day today. After this, I'm going to film a bunch of stuff. And one of the ideas I have is there's a street food person that's famous here, that they have like Italian fresh pasta, and it's like on a street food thing, and she has a few chairs you can sit right there and eat it too, but you watch them roll out the dough and make each pasta like by hand, and then they cook it for, like, so they do it right in front of you, like making fresh pasta and gnocchi and raviolis or like whatever. And right beside them is a woman that they're like partners kind of, and she has a whole bunch of rotisserie roast chickens all going at once, and there's all these deals and combos, so I'm gonna film like both of them at once. And I just have a few other ideas. Oh yeah, I have to buy some furniture for my new place. I need a new coffee table, and you know, maybe a little shelf for shoes, and like a garbage can and a laundry bath. I need a few little things for my place I just moved in. Yeah, it's a really, Meng says it looks good, scrambled eggs. Yeah, it's the kind of place where the food is like a few levels, like really good. But because I'm planning to do the thing I just said with the pasta, and I'm gonna buy a bunch of things later, basically. So I chose the cheapest thing on the menu for now, for breakfast. So I think this was $2.50, and this was like $2.25. But you get a cookie with it, and it's big, and it's probably nice. So this is gonna be about $5, this whole thing. But you know, if you did a little more kamai and a little more like fast food, a little more on the street, it would have been only like $2 for a drink and some little bit of food or whatever. Pliskin, is that the Italian restaurant owned by an American who's Cambodian? I'm not sure. It's called Trattoria Fresh Pasta, I think, or something like that. You can Google it. But they don't open till 12:30, and it's like 9 a.m. now. So I'm gonna do this live stream for like an hour, and then I'm gonna have like 2 hours or so to kill. This place is called Monkey Republic. It's like a hostel and a restaurant and beer garden. If you've been watching my videos, about 6 months ago, I did one called Kampot Craft Beer Festival. That was here. So if you see that video, you'll see this place like when it's full of people and partying and stuff. Yeah, in the States, this would be a lot. Yeah, so this is only like $2.50 or something like that, but they had some, like, you know, their big breakfast, you know, where you get a bit of everything. The English breakfast platter is like $7, you know, and I usually spend 10 in an entire day on all my food, and everything for the entire day is usually like 10. So to have 7 just for breakfast is like, whoa, like, that should be the cheap. Breakfast should be like $1.50, and then you still got lots of budget left for the rest of the day. That's why I chose the cheapest thing, because I'm going to an Italian restaurant later, and when I make a video too, I don't want to order just one little thing and then you don't get to see what they make. So like I'm gonna probably get one gnocchi and one ravioli, and it's like big portions, so I'm gonna take it home. But they don't open till like 12:30 or 1 in the afternoon. It's like 9 a.m. now. So after this, when I'm done this hour and this breakfast and I walk around, I might just like walk the streets and make a video about me talking about a topic like, hey, like what's the pros and cons of retiring in Kampot or Cambodia? And I say a bunch of good things and a bunch of bad things, and I walk around and see what happens on the streets and talk about stuff. I do videos like that sometimes. So to kill some time, I could do that and then find a place to charge my camera and sit there for a bit, and then go do the Italian restaurant, and then go buy some furniture and go home and film the furniture place too. And if I do that, I'll have 3 videos worth of clips like in my camera when I go home. And then the next few days I can just stay home and edit like a mad scientist. Yeah, and I'm putting out videos every 3 days, but one was supposed to come out yesterday, but this typhoon we've been having, I got a new couch and I was waiting for that too. So like for 2 days I was waiting for a couch delivery. Then the next 3 days it was like a hurricane almost. So I couldn't get out there, but I've been putting shorts. I've been like posting stuff, but I'm sorry there was no proper video, but I'm out here today making them. So probably by tonight or tomorrow morning. Perfectly lonely. He says he'll go there tomorrow not to interrupt the filming. Yeah, what, Trattoria Italian pasta or something? Okay, let's look at this food again. The bread looks good. Whole wheat. This little cookie was good. I should have brought I have a little holder thing, I didn't bring it. By the way, if you're interested in teaching, I'm hosting a webinar on Thursday here. Thursday at 9 a.m. Cambodia time. And the director of the TEFL course will be live with me, and we can answer your questions in real time and talk about the program and what to expect and what you'll earn as a teacher and all that stuff. Yes, I've got a viewer right now that's in Kampot, and they're saying that weather yesterday afternoon was crazy. We had the typhoon. He says it blew the roof off the building across the street. So that's how crazy it is. You can look up, Google like little clips of the typhoon. It's insane. Hit like and share. Yeah, Miguel, thank you. Signal clearly, good picture, good. That's what I was trying to, that's partly why I came here today, is because on Thursday when I do the webinar, I'm gonna do it here. Because I read that they have good Wi-Fi. And so I thought, come right now and see, is it really true or what? Like, scope out the location. One thing I noticed, they're playing music, so like, that's no big deal. It'll flag it, and then then maybe I can't monetize the ads, but I don't. That webinar on Thursday, the point of it's not to, make money off ads. It's to get more people to sign up for the TEFL course that are interested, So I don't even care if they're playing music in here. What are you guys saying? How's the mosquitoes? It's not, they're here, you know what I mean? But it's not insane. But I'm not gonna lie and say to you, hey, you never get any mosquito bites. It's like, I'm constantly, I don't know, a day could go by where you don't get any at all. It's not that rare, but you usually get like one every day or something like that, one every other day. But you know, you're not never like constantly covered in mosquito bites. It's not like that. It's like you're sitting at the bar for 2 hours and then all of a sudden you get one and you're like, oh, mother effer, like got me. And then I think aside from that, throughout the year, there might be like 2 times where it's like mosquito season and just for 2 weeks, they're way more out or whatever. And then that's sucks, but those are usually short times. Just put bug spray on or wear long pants. It's mostly ankles, right? Like your feet and your ankles and stuff. Tuscan said the mosquitoes are kicking his ass right now and he's trying to work on his car. Well, you know how it is. Like, you can just be unlucky about where you are, and there's a little puddle of water near you, maybe, or a little swamp or something, or there's puddles of water everywhere after the typhoon now. Oh, Tennessee! I thought you were in Kampot. Sorry. Yeah, he's getting his ass kicked by mosquitoes in Tennessee. I've been to Nashville before. They're so nice there. The waitress will be like, "What can I get for y'all, babies?" Calling us babies all the time. Yeah, we did a road trip to Nashville one time on Halloween when me and a couple of guys in my band. We just got in a car and started driving from Toronto, Canada to Nashville. And it was Halloween. Nice. Pliskin says he's making plans to move to Cambodia later this year. And hey, if anyone's interested, I have a members section on YouTube. I put extra stuff. I usually go live for members and I show what I'm eating or like stuff about my life or behind the scenes, or they get sneak peeks too, because I complete the videos ahead of time and schedule it. And while it's scheduled, the members can see it early. There's a link below for that. It's only $4.99 if you want to be a member. Pliskin says in Tennessee they say, "Bless your heart." Yeah. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Did you ever get that pickup line? I'm actually, now that we're just talking about it, I just got a mosquito bite now. Like I just hit my leg, but I was too late. I could tell it's itchy now. I think all this extra rain we got, you know, it makes puddles everywhere, and then they can breed, and then it's going to be mosquito-y. It also, in Cambodia, sometimes what keeps the mosquitoes away a little bit is that it's so hot. In the peak of the day, it's so hot that the mosquitoes can't even handle it. But when it rains like this, it cools right down. So it's, you know, it's probably like 26 or 27 degrees right now. It's not even hot. We're used to like 38 or 39. Kevin, Hello. Yeah, I'm at Monkey Republic in Kampot. I'm basically hanging out with you guys, having breakfast, and I chose this place to test out their Wi-Fi. I'm doing a special webinar on Thursday, and I'm going to come here for it. So I was seeing, is it a clear picture and good signal strength? How does it look, Kevin? Is the Wi-Fi, does my Wi-Fi right now look like it's good enough for this live stream? How is South? Yeah, the move is fine and easy or whatever. It's like a month and a half ago I moved to a resort, and then after that I found a little house. And it's okay now, but we had the typhoon the last 3 days. It was like a hurricane. You can look up little videos of it. That's funny. I think I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes right now, and I just told you there's no mosquitoes. Sorry, I just spit food out. Yeah, Kevin's saying in Phnom Penh it's been raining a lot too. You're probably getting the same storm floats over to you later. But I think because we're closer to the yeah. I just have a feeling it's more intense where I am because it's like wide open fields and like the wind, I mean. I was like waiting for it to rip my house right off the ground, like. And in the city you have giant buildings in the way and stuff like that. The wind was howling. Damn it, I definitely got like at least 2 mosquito bites now. Yeah, it can just depend where you are. Like, so, see this beautiful garden behind me I was showing you? That's probably mosquito heaven, that's why. That's why I'm getting them. All these little pots and places to have puddles and... Yeah, I'm getting peppered. I hate it too because it's like they're different here. In Canada, I had like an immunity to them because you get them so much camping and stuff. Oh yeah, I can see it. And here they're different. It's like so much itchier, but they're smaller. It's like a tiny little, looks like that's not a mosquito, that's a little fruit fly, but it is a mosquito and they're silent. And they're about 3 times as itchy. And for me, it's like so itchy that I think I might be even allergic or something. Because I can almost, just from a feeling I have in my whole body, I can tell that I got a mosquito bite. It's almost like I'm having a reaction, like I can tell something's happening. And then the bite is like really itchy for about maybe just only the first 10 minutes. So it's not too bad, but it's like torture level for the first 10 minutes. Like, that's like what happens to me. And then my body can get a handle on it somehow, but. So any bite I get, it's like the first 10 minutes, I'm ready to, just only for those first 10 minutes, I'm ready to like jump out of my skin. It's so itchy. Like, but I'll turn to my friends and I'm like suffering and they're like, I haven't felt a single one all night long. And like, I'm one of those guys that they just come after me. My blood smells good. You should get some screens on your windows at home. Yeah, at my place it's not bad. There's no screens, but I don't leave the windows open. But I have one window I leave a little bit open, and I've like seen one mosquito ever. Like they don't. He's planted lemongrass bushes all around the house, so that naturally repels mosquitoes. And all the different trees and stuff they've planted is like strategic to try to make the mosquitoes go away. But yeah, screens are key. Mosquitoes direct you through your body's heat signature, blood type, and how hot you are. Yeah, so it is true, I am always warm. I'm always one of those people that runs too hot. Like, and I'm from Canada, so I'm used to being, I can still walk through the Arctic and still be warm. Do you have to spray yourself with mosquito spray regularly? I do in North Carolina when I'm outside doing yard work. BLT, yeah, I would. It's either, like if you're wearing shorts, you should spray like from the knees down. That's all that really matters. They're not so bad that, like your whole up, like it's just your knees down only. Because imagine you're sitting at a bar and you're not looking at your bottom part of your legs at all, and then some time goes by and you've been nailed. You know what I mean? That's what but if I'm gonna wear pants, then I don't bother. But if I'm wearing shorts, it's like before I leave the house to go out, I'll spray my leg, just my like shins and my ankles, basically. Because I don't know about, like, in North America, you can easily see a mosquito floating across the room, and you can even hear it, like in the room. Here, they're not like that. They're different species or something, and I'd say they're like 3 times smaller. It looks like, oh, that's not a mosquito. That's a little shad fly, or that's a little fruit fly, or a little nothing fly. It's so tiny. That's not a mosquito, like a little sand fly. But they are mosquitoes, and you can't hear them, and then they're much harder to see. And they actually move fast too. That's the other thing. It's moving like this, and you're like, that's not a mosquito. Mosquitoes kind of float over like a dumbass. No, these are like tiny and silent and very quick. And so you're like, did I see one? I don't know. My leg's itchy. Like, and they're just, you can't get them as easy, and they're getting you. That also happens when I order food and do these things. I'm ignoring my food. Yeah. BLT says Southeast Asian mosquitoes are ninjas. I feel like they're smart too. Like, he's coming for my ankles, and I go to clap him and I miss, and then you see it like back off a little bit and then come towards my other leg. Missed it again. And then maybe my bed sheets are dark. It's almost like it can tell, it'll find a dark place to land on so that it's more camouflaged. Like if I had a big white pillow beside me, it won't land there. It'll land on something that's black color, so it knows it's more hidden that way. So it's moving around fast and then landing on everything that's dark, and it will never, and I'm like, I don't know, and it keeps coming back for me, and then until I eventually get it and kill it. But like, there's been times like that where it's giving me the impression like this thing is coming after me and it's smart, like, and they're aggressive. You can kind of back up and take a few steps back, and I'm getting ready with my hands to get the perfect kill shot, kind of, and I'm moving back, and it's like following me. It's like they come for you. Lived in Texas on the beach last year, and the mosquitoes were ungodly unbearable. They would carry you away. Yeah, it's not like that here. It's like you're sitting at the bar having a good time, and then you don't realize, and then you itch your ankle, and then you're like, oh shit. And then you start to feel, oh my God, I have 2 or 3 bites down there. Like, oh my God. And you're drinking, so you don't notice because you're drinking. But it's like that. You would go home with like between 1 and 4 mosquito bites on your ankles or something. That's about it. It's not like these insane mosquito stories. It's just you get a couple bites here and there. Pliskin says, I got majorly ill from getting bitten hundreds of times a day. Yeah, you can get a disease here called dengue fever from a mosquito, and there's no cure and no prevention. Like, and apparently you get like really heavy flu symptoms, and all your muscles, like you're just like bedridden. All your muscles are so sore and gone. Like, and apparently if you get dengue enough times in a row, it'll kill you. Or if you're like a really weak person, it could kill you. It doesn't usually kill you, but if you're a vulnerable person, or I think if you get it like 3 times, it's something like that. You think you would get a more immune to it each time, but you know, it's like worse for you each time you get it, I heard. So at least we know this is a good place for me to do the webinar on Thursday. That was the main reason I came. Get a good spot out there on Thursday and use the Wi-Fi. There's a vax for dengue, but you have to have had dengue before to get the vax. Okay. So you can't get the vaccine if you've not had it yet. How much is the breakfast there? This place is really good food, kind of like a higher level quality, so it's more expensive. So I got their cheapest, just toast with 1 egg, and I got it scrambled, and this was $2.50 or yeah. But it's nice bread, and so I just got the cheapest thing, because later I plan to, if the rain holds off, I think it will, rain's done now. I'm gonna get some fresh Italian pasta later. So there's no need to spend $1 million here at breakfast. I'm just testing their Wi-Fi and having a bite while I talk to you guys. Yeah, like this should be, well, you know what, this $2.50, it doesn't look too bad, but I'll give you an idea. On the menu, they had like the normal breakfast platter, you know, 1 sausage, 2 eggs, bread, bacon, the whole English breakfast, and it was $7. I was saying that earlier. Imagine you spend $7 at breakfast. There's like, you've set yourself up the rest of the day. You got no, I'm trying to stay within 10 in a day. If you wake up and spend $7, you got nothing left for the rest of the day. What I usually do is sometimes lately what I've been doing is when I order dinner, it's raining now. When I order dinner now lately, a lot of the restaurants here, they have a breakfast menu. And so I'll order something from the breakfast menu that's only $1.50. Like you can get a whole, they do a toasted fresh baguette, and it's like good bread. A fresh baguette, and they give you some butter and they give you some jam. And it's like $1.25 for that. Full baguette, and then I might have cheese in my fridge. So then I can have cheese and bread on some of it and put jam on some of the other bread, piece of bread, like rip it in half. And to add that to my dinner is like, it's like $1.50. So I order whatever I'm having for dinner, and then I think, oh, get the baguette and jam for the next morning. And then when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to order anything. I'm like, oh, I have the baguette, I have jam, I have cheese. And then that breakfast was only like, what like $1.50 or $1.25. And then a couple hours goes by and it's lunchtime, and I think, okay, what can I spend today? Oh, I've only spent $1.50 today. Then I can spend like $4.50 on lunch and $4.50 on dinner. And if you get a good deal and get a few things, you can really maximize way more instead of trying to stay under $3 for every meal. You know what I mean? I know these sound like nickel and diming, but it's a small economy here. It's a small savings is meaningful here. Spend $4 on a Monster Energy. I'm sure you guys saw that video. Where I'm living now is only $130 a month for my rent. Let's look at the rain. I guess you can't really see it. So this is why there wasn't a video yesterday. Imagine, and then when I make a video and post it, especially if it's a good topic or it turns out to be a good one, it's immortalized up there. People will be maybe watching that for over the next year. People will find it and watch it, and then their first impression of looking at how I'm showing Kampot in all its glory, and I'm choosing the most gray, windy day to go film. Like, I don't want to show it like that. You know what I mean? It's pouring rain, and then for the next 8 months, anyone that watches my video about whatever it is will see. Oh, I saw a thing about Kampot. It looks really dark and shitty there, and raining and windy all the time. Like, you know, I don't want to make a video like have a video stay up there like that forever that looks like that. You know what I mean? So I'm coming up with ideas for videos. So like as soon as the sun comes out, I come out, I come in and try to get it done. But like that's what I'm fighting against, guys. Like, Puskin, I pay $1,100 for a shithole, and even some people would tell you that that's a good deal. Some people pay over $2,000 for a shithole too. Did you buy a bike yet? No. I don't need to. I don't go anywhere. It's all the stuff I had explained before when I talk about that. But then on top of that, because it's rain season, it's like even if blah, 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 like all the reasons I talked about. And then, okay, well now today's a good day. And then look, so if I was renting a bike today for $50 a month, it's like that, whatever that is, like those $2 a day for, it would be gone today. Like, you know what I mean? I guess I would have motorbiked here right now, but I mean, when I go out too, I don't go anywhere for work, right? I stay home and edit and all that stuff, so I don't commute anywhere, don't need a bike. When I go out, it's often to go drinking, so then I can't drive anyways. And then out of all those times I'm drinking, it's like half of them is I have a show I'm playing, I have to bring my bass amp. I can't put that on a motorcycle, so it's like, if I was paying for a motorbike right now, half the time I'd still have to tuk-tuk. And then the other half of the time when I could motorbike, look at the weather right now. So it's like, I don't see the point really. I don't have a place to commute to. There's no, and a bike's not free. So if I spend 60 on tuk-tuks in a month, I'm just paying the same as someone with a bike, and I have no responsibility, and I don't have to worry about braking or anything like that. So I'm thinking of waiting until it's dry season. And on top of that, you could always just rent one for one day if you want to go somewhere. So I'm waiting till rain season's over for sure. Then we'll see after that. Robert, Kampot was high on my list to live when I leave the US in a few months, but dang, I don't know now with how you react to the mosquitoes. Are they just as bad in Siem Reap? Yeah. It's the same everywhere. No, they're not bad. I was saying they're not that bad. Oh, the way I was reacting. Yeah, no, but I think all my friends, when I'm freaking out like that, like, oh, they're so itchy, and I say the story again. It's just the first 10 minutes is so itchy for me. I always say stuff like that, and my friends will look at me like, I haven't seen one mosquito. I don't have a single bite at all, and I'm there like freaking. Do you ever have people in your life that just attract? I'm like a mosquito magnet. My mom is like that too. I think I get it from her. Yeah, you just wear pants or wear mosquito spray. It's not crazy. Like, in my life, I have some crazy mosquito stories, and it's way all in Canada. If you go camping in Canada, it's like we were wearing suits made of screen, like mesh, a mesh full body thing, even over your head, and you're still getting a bite somehow, like in Canada. And it's like you can move them with you're walking through a swarm, like you're just walking through swarms, and you're like moving them with your hands out of the way. Like, that was like Canada, like just sheets of, if you're in the deep woods at the right time too, like mosquito season. And there's things called horse flies. They hurt way more when they bite you, like, and deer flies. They're like bigger, and they really bite you good. Here it's like these tiny ones. You're trying to just, you're laughing at the bar, and then you kind of reach down to your ankle, and then you look and you're like, oh shit. And then you realize you got 1 or 2 or 3 little ones on your ankle. Like, that's what it's like. But they're annoyingly itchy, to me at least. I get like a reaction to it. And then in about 10 minutes, it's like, it didn't happen. But it's like suffering for those 10 minutes. Like, yeah, deer flies have a big, heavy bite, man. It hurts like more than a bee almost. Horse flies are a-holes, yeah. It looks like if you don't know what we're talking about, a horse fly, it looks like a big, you know, like a harmless house fly in your house, like a big black, just a normal house fly. And then you look at the wings, and it has these brown lines on the wings. And that's what makes it look like a deer fly. The wings have a little bit of color. And they just look a little more like they're bad guys, like they're a little more hairier, or like they're a little more evil looking. If it was a cartoon, they would be the bad guys. Like they look bad. I think this butter is like homemade. They gave me some butter to put on the bread. It tastes like homemade or something. It tastes like milk and no salt. There's black hornets, Pliskin saying. There's black hornets hive the size of 2 footballs attached to the side of my place. Joseph, what's up? Joseph says, hey Tom, my flight leaves to Cambodia on the 27th this month. I can't wait. It's a one-way ticket. That's awesome. You're gonna love it. It's a good coffee here too, though. It's like real. Whoops. Pliskin says to Joseph, stoked for you, best wishes. Joseph, I missed the coffee. How crappy is Sihanoukville in your opinion? I mean, outside of all the ghost buildings and construction. It is shitty, but be careful when you're watching video. There was a time when it looked like hell. People were making videos when all the construction was happening. I would guess this is like 2019 or 2020 I'm talking about. 2020, 2021. Sihanoukville was basically like not even roads. I saw these videos. It was like just mud. Imagine they're just building like everything. So it's like, and it rains or something. So it's like materials and mud and nothing's really made, and it just looks like really bad. And it's evolved a lot from that. So like you can go there and have a normal time, and it's not like mud. There's like streets and a beach. I've made videos there. You can go look in my channel. I have one called 5 Beaches in Cambodia, and it was all along Sihanoukville. It's only like 6 months ago. But what happened was, right before COVID, China was pouring in all this money to build all these tall condos and tall resorts and buildings, and like just developing and building like 50 things all getting built at once. So there's all these buildings and resorts getting all built at the same time, and there's like cranes everywhere, and it's all happening. It's going to be the new tourist hub for the world, and for especially people from China can come there and take a vacation and stuff like that. And then COVID happened. All the lockdowns happened, and tourism is getting canceled, and all the Chinese investments and all the money for that, all those projects got pulled out. This is what I've been told. So now they've all these projects are abandoned, and they're just left where they were at that time. Like, so they're all like, they look like skeleton buildings where you can see, like, made of concrete, a big tall apartment building made of concrete, but there's no you can see through it. It just looks like the bones, cement, just each floor, and you could see staircases going up, and there's no outer walls or anything. It's like skeleton buildings everywhere, and everything's really expensive in Sihanoukville too. But there's some beaches there, and then that's where you go to get the boat to go to Koh Rong. So that's why a lot of people go to Sihanoukville to get the boat to go to the islands. But they started a new thing that now there's a ferry boat from Kampot, so you don't have to go to Sihanoukville anymore to take the boat. But it's a shorter boat ride from Sihanoukville. Let me read what you guys are saying here. Cool. No, you're all just talking to each other. That's fine. Okay. Pliskin, yes, that's what happened on the coast, but they have started to continue like 50 project buildings. Okay, they're still building. Yeah. It's not that great of a place to spend a lot of time. Like, you know what I mean? So go check out like 2 of the beaches and then move on. They have some nice beaches. Yeah, it's really easy. You pull up to a ferry and you like stand there. It's really obvious. It's not hard to grab a boat to the thing. I think it's... I'm trying to remember how much it costs. What's popping up in my head is $25, the boat ride, but you automatically get the way back too, because they don't want anyone stranded on the island. You know what I mean? So when you buy a ticket, it's automatically that you come back too. So it's like, I think it's a $25 thing, but it's for both ways. Like, so it's really $12.50. That just sounds high to me in my head now, but that's what's popping up in my head. Yeah, the boat from Kampot. It's a new thing, but I think it's an hour longer. Like, I think it's going to be a 2-hour boat ride to Koh Rong San Lom. And it's low season now, and no one's really doing it. And so I tried to Google when do the boats leave, and they said they only do 1 a day right now. At like 7 a.m. one goes there, and that's it. And then probably sometime in the afternoon is the one. It comes back once probably. But when it's more popular season, then it'll be much more frequent, probably, right? I'm gonna make a video about that soon too. It's just, you know, with the typhoon, you don't want to be out on a boat. There was a tourist boat in Vietnam just yesterday or 2 days ago that flipped in the typhoon and 35 people died. You can look that up. So why did you choose Kampot over Siem Reap to live? I've visited everywhere, and Kampot just stole my heart out of anywhere in the world, even, not just Cambodia. The air is different, and seeing mountains in the background every time, that's just, I never lose the novelty of that. It like takes my breath away, or I'm like wowed, or I'm in awe every time I see the mountains here in Kampot, like the hills in the background and stuff. And we're right beside the coast here, as we just said, like the boats and everything. So I have access in Kampot, and the air is more like, it's a little bit cooler here, and it rains a lot more, but it's cooler air, and it's like fresh air in the mountains and everything. I forget what I was going to say now. Siem Reap would be the next place. Like, if it doesn't work out here, I would go to Siem Reap next, but it's hot there, and I don't know, it's not the same vibe. I have friends there too. It would be fine. Siem Reap is like my second place choice. Some people prefer Siem Reap. You know, the people who are there would prefer it. Or do you know that channel For Real? You guys watch that? For Real? It's another YouTube channel. They live in Siem Reap, but they lived in Kampot for like a year, and you could go back in their videos and see when they were living here. And they made that choice that they prefer Siem Reap, you know. BLT, do the motorbikes try and run you over on the corners? No, there's just less traffic here. it's still, you still see them driving erratic, you know, they drive as if it's a bunch of like a bunch of kids who pick up motorbikes in a field of grass or whatever, and they're driving around having fun. That style of driving, that's how they take that and just do it on the road. Like see that across the street over there? I need to get there. And it doesn't matter if you've just turned in the middle of the street across 5 lanes, going against traffic, driving into oncoming traffic, going across the road during a red light. Like none of the circumstance matters. I need to go here. Doesn't matter about any rule of the road or nothing like that. And then, but you imagine you have 100 people always doing that, and then I'm trying to figure out when to cross the street. Siem Reap is just so much bigger. Kampot is pretty small. So if you want more everything, Siem Reap wins. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of good things about Siem Reap. It's a cheap cost of living too, and there's lots you can do. Like in Siem Reap, you can be out in the countryside in just 5 minutes. You know what? When you compare Siem Reap to Phnom Penh, you can really make a good argument for Siem Reap. It'll destroy Phnom Penh for how good Siem Reap is, but I'm biased, right? I really, really, really love Kampot, so that doesn't compare in my opinion, but yeah. And just imagine me as a YouTuber. I have an access to so much cool stuff I can go do. Like there's like pepper farms, salt fields, caves, beaches, mountains, the ocean, going to the islands. That's just a few. There's like banana plantations. There's trying to think what else I could do. Yeah, where in Kampot? Kampot has a reputation for good food. Siem Reap is too, but now here's some bad things about Siem Reap, or you might consider it good, but it's very touristy. That's the most touristy place in the whole country, right? So you'll have just tons of, they have Pub Street there, and you'll just have tons of backpackers and like young people that are in a group of 10, like they've just finished school and they're doing a year of traveling or something. You get like tons of people, and because Angkor Wat is there, and so you just constantly have a flow of tourists around all the time. And so maybe that's good for you or maybe that's bad for you, so you can decide. But I don't really need that around me all the time. I don't like people, drunk people, or people being disrespectful, or crowds in general, you know what I mean? And so, or I don't want to even, there's not even a choice, there's not even a club in Kampot. There's all these little bars you can go to, but like, it's way more my speed here, Kampot. What's the restaurant food price like in Kampot versus Siem Reap? Well, I haven't gone to a lot of restaurants in Siem Reap. I order really cheap food most of the time, but I would guess that, well, it totally depends what restaurant and all that, but they're the same. I'd say they're going to be the same. You can't answer that question because it's different from restaurant to restaurant. I'm trying to imagine. I have a feeling, for some reason, I have a feeling that Siem Reap might be cheaper. They're the same, like they're mostly going to always be the same, but in Kampot, I feel like just because it's a smaller town, and if you have a restaurant that has something really good, it's like it's more of a novelty, or like this is a specialty, and we had to bring it in all the way from somewhere else because we're in Kampot. And in Siem Reap, it's more like I guess because they're a bigger city. That's just what I'm leaning towards, is like a meal that's like $12 here might be $9.50 in Siem Reap or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to. Might be harder to bring all the ingredients to Kampot or do the same type of things in Kampot. But it might be easier. Like we're much closer to Vietnam right here. Or like I'm using a few dating apps and I'm getting, there's an island called I'm probably gonna say it wrong, Phu Quoc or something. It's like PHU and then space QUOC. It's like a Vietnamese like vacation island. And if you look at the north part of that island, and then it's just a little bit to the shore, and then we're right on the shore. So like this island is like right off, close to me. So to where these girls are on that island, it's only like 40 kilometers or something. but they're on an island in the ocean. But I'm the closest thing on land to them. Yeah, I think I stick by that. It's going to be pretty much identical all the time, and then with prices. But if you find something different, I think Siem Reap could be cheaper because they're more established and a bigger thing, and they've got the supply coming through of stuff more, I think, than here. That makes sense to me more. They have an airport, you know. Yeah, Robert Pierpoint says, I don't know how that Vietnamese island isn't Cambodian, because if you zoom in on it, it looks like it should be part of Cambodia because the border is like to the right of it, and everything over here is Vietnam, and everything over here is Cambodia, but you go in the ocean, and this island that's kind of on the Cambodian side of the border, but because it's out in the water as an island, it still counts as part of Vietnam over there. I'm probably spelling it wrong, but you can look it up on Google. PHU and then QUOC, something like that. Phu Quoc. Looks beautiful, like a lot of resorts, and it looked like as a musician there'd be a lot of work for bands because it's a tourist island kind of, and so everywhere needs live music probably, right? Every little cafe, every little bar, and every resort. Maybe not every night, but so I don't know if I can do all my filming plans now today when it's started pouring rain again. I'll at least do one. I have to do one. I'm doing at least one today. It's going to come out tonight. I think if I do nothing because of the rain, I'll at least go to the furniture store and film everything they have and get a coffee table or something. I got to at least make one today. Dating pool good in Kampot. I think it's more of a type of place where you have to go out in person. Also, this time of year is the low season, so this is when there's the least amount of people here. So it's not a good time to ask. But I noticed the dating apps that'll say, "There's no one around you. Do you want to search like 50 kilometers away from you now?" And so there's not many people using the apps here. But when you go out to events and there's lots of people, and you go to certain hostels and there's groups of young people, like I've seen a lot, especially from the UK. It's like the group of friends, and they're like 15, like 15 of them, and they're all like 21 years old or 22, so they look like girls, guys, and they just go everywhere, and but when I'm in the dating apps, I don't see these people, so they're probably just traveling through, you know what I mean? And so if you were, if you're just out on a Saturday night and you want to dance with the girl or get their number or talk to them, then there's tons of opportunity and people around going out. But the dating apps seem pretty dry in Kampot. In Phnom Penh, it's never ending in Phnom Penh. There's just so many people there. Kampot's like a small town, so it's like everything's old-fashioned. Sort of everyone knows each other. I've even noticed on Facebook, like they're behind the times with technology. They don't even post things. They could be having a big event that night with a band and deals on drinks and a special food special, and they'll make no post on Facebook. Like, it's like, well, what? Or they'll post it like on their own personal Facebook. Like, imagine if I owned a restaurant and I put it on my Thomas Dallin, I'd say, hey guys, tonight we're having a special. And no one sees that except my own close friends. And that's what the businesses around here do stuff. I've noticed that. So it's like, everything's old-fashioned and word of mouth more, and through friends and through community, including dating, I think, in Kampot. That's what it seems like. Like I went and found on the government website for Cambodia for the electricity, because our power went out, and I went to their Facebook and went through, even though it's all in Khmer, and I saw a thing they posted about how the power went out and when it's going to come back. And I shared it onto there's a Facebook group for Kampot here. So if you have any questions or stuff you want to talk about, you can put it there, and within minutes someone will answer you. And I posted this update about the power outage, and everyone was so thankful. Oh my God, where did you find that? And da da da. And I'm like, I went to the electricity website, like for the Cambodia. It's kind of like if you ever had a mom or dad that has no idea how to, you give them a cell phone or you give them a Facebook and they can only push 2 buttons. That's what it feels like it's like here. So dating has to be more like you get introduced by friends of friends, or you keep bumping into people and you get their number, and then like it's going to be old-fashioned more. Pliskin says dying for a $5 deep tissue massage. You say Khmer, correct? Yeah, some people say Khmer, I guess, right? I notice people say Khmer, especially if they're talking about the Khmer Rouge. All that history that happened. Just calling the name of that stuff, they'll say Khmer Rouge, even though it should be Khmer Rouge. Joseph, yeah, I dated in Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, and Sihanoukville, always active on the apps. BLT says, Pho Quoc videos make it look like a weird Disney World with fake European buildings. Yeah, they have a park here that has fake European buildings in Phnom Penh too. Grub, interesting. Do you plan on moving back to Phnom Penh? No, I never will. It would have to be that I have no way to make money, and then that's where the jobs are, and then I've exhausted every other avenue, and then I would go back there. But I'm sick of the city. I'm turning into like a grumpy old man, and I need silence, and I get too stressed out with the noise and sensory. It's almost the way autistic people describe it. When you get too many noises and you start to have a freak out, like I can't be in the city anymore, I feel like. No, it's not. It's me. I have a problem, I think. Joseph saying, wow, is it really that bad? No, people love Phnom Penh, and I loved it. I was there for 3.5 years. In Canada, I lived in Toronto, and that's the big city too. So I've been a city boy like my whole life. It's just I've gotten old. I'm an old man, and I just want peace and quiet. Like, and you know, sometimes I've been known to display very minor things that are like on the spectrum. I'm very bad socially. I'm very quiet and shy, like socially, and I don't like crowds, and I don't like noises and stuff like that. So it's like that kind of thing, which is weird because I'm a performer. I love crowds if I'm on stage, but I don't like being squished in with people. Like, Joseph. Joseph says from Seattle. I guess this weather looks normal to you then, right? The rain's coming through the roof. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm 39 and a half. No, well, sometimes everything's fine. It's just like too much water falls at once from the sky, and you know, whatever systems or gutters or whatever they have, it's just too much at once. That it's like the roof got flooded and it came in backwards. But one thing is, it's very quick. Like that heavy stint we just had was literally about 2 minutes, and now it's just back to a light rain again. So it's like just for 10 minutes it'll be like the most insane tornado, and then it's just it dies off again. Didn't stop, but now it's light rain. Brub. Yeah, I know. I don't have stage fright at all. I actually get really happy and really excited about. I know I just said the opposite, but I love like being in the spotlight and having everyone's attention in the whole bar and like crushing it. And then you finish, and then you walk off the stage after, and you walk by everyone, and you have this like, there's a silent respect that everyone's giving you because they watched you play and everything. I like that. I just have social anxiety, going and just walking in, and there's some people there, and even remembering to say hi to them or saying bye when I leave. BLT, I'm a similar age to Tom, and I feel that too. I moved to a smaller town from the big city, and I will never go back to a big city. It isn't just the noise, it's the rudeness around the noise. Yeah. Robert, does that mean you stayed away from 136 in Phnom Penh? Yeah. Well, there's one venue called Oscars that they have music all the time, and I'm actually playing there in 2 weeks, or like a week and a half. August 1st, we're playing there, and it's very close to 136 Street. So I'm only in that area if I'm playing a gig at a bar close to there. But yeah, he's asking as a joke, because that's where all the red light district is, where all the girls catcall you from the bar. And see, now it's fine. They don't have to fix anything. It's just like that would only ever happen if the rain comes that hard. Like if it's that hard, some might come in. Like that's what happens. But it's probably only happens once or twice a year. Rob says, is it hard to adjust to the humidity? There's nothing you can do about it once you're here, right? So it's not like you have to be constantly making an effort or doing any work, but you're just subjected to it. Yeah. What you get used to is like just on a normal day, and you'll do a 10-minute walk and you've sweated through your whole shirt, and that is like shocking the first couple times. Oh my God, you look at my shirt, look at you. And you have humiditties, like big wet spots and wet. wet, like on your shirt. And you'd probably see it in my live streams. Or just, I go like this, and just water's flying off my face from, because I'm just sweat coming from under my hat and like down, and it turns into like, that doesn't even bother you anymore. It's like, I don't know. It's like you look down, oh, my t-shirt's soaked. What else is new? Like same thing as yesterday. Like you get used to the aftermath of the humidity all the time, but you will always sweat. I think, yeah, you get slightly used to it, but you'll always sweat, and you'll just get used to sweating. Like, so that won't be so shocking to you anymore. But you know what I think will happen? You'll lose your tolerance for cold. I went back to Canada. I've been here for almost 4 years now, and I went back to Canada after the first like year and a half or 2 years. Then I went to visit Canada, and it was like near the end of the summer. It wasn't even cold, but we had like a morning where it was maybe 15 degrees or 20, and it felt freezing to me. And in Canada, we're used to sometimes like negative 35 below zero. Like, they have a little gift shop in here. So I've lost my tolerance for cold, I think. Like if it goes below, even below 20, I'd start shivering probably. And back in Canada, you would walk around in a shirt, like no shirt and shorts in 20 degrees. Like, or like it'll be spring in Canada, and you have the first day that's like 15 degrees, and you get people wearing sandals and shorts and stuff. And I think to me now that would feel super chilly. And see, now the sun's coming out. It like can't decide what it wants to do. All right, it's been way more than an hour. Okay, here's an example of some specials they got. So Australian tenderloin steak, looks like that's $19. Mushroom tortellini, $5.75. Gnocchi, $5.50. Chicken teriyaki bowl. Yeah, like chicken teriyaki bowl, this is something that is, right? That's something that would be stereotypically, that would be something cheap on a menu. They'd have, somewhere would have their whole menu, and like one of their lowest things should be a chicken bowl, like, wouldn't it? And in Cambodia, that should be like $2.75, you know? Yeah, no, but that's on the, Robert's asking, no beef loklak? I bet you they do. That's just their special, like that's their 4 specials today. Or maybe yesterday. I bet you, it's just the morning now. I bet you they didn't draw that today. But they have a menu besides this too. They have more than just this stuff. Carrot cake. People are just asking me about the food. There, look like 6. Yeah, so look like a $6. You know, and that's usually more like $3. Like you could get it for 3 other places. Do you fish when close to water? I bet the fish are tasty. Like eat, do you mean eat fish? Yeah. I had a sea bass in town the other day. Seafood's really good here. Anyways, I think I got another mosquito bite. Oh, I should have wore pants. Here's the rule you should always follow, like, and especially if it's because of the rain. What I was gonna say is if it's cool outside, like cool enough, a cool temperature where you can wear pants, wear them. And especially if it's cool because it had just rained, because that's when the mosquitoes are gonna come out. And you'll see your friends itching and you'll be like, ah, I wore pants. Or even little really thin rain pants, you know what I mean? Track pants that are thin. Or like tearaways, like wear shorts underneath. So I wish I have some rain pants. I wish I had those on now. I would have, instead of 3 mosquito bites on my legs, that I have none right now. And yeah, I forgot to mention, someone joined my members section. Let me go back. I wanted to shout it out. Thank you for that. There, Joseph. Joseph, man, I was in the middle of saying something, so I didn't acknowledge you. Thank you so much for joining the Tom Trips Out Army. So I don't know if you saw that. Joseph just joined my members section. It's $4.99 a month. But what I suggest is just do 1 month and then quit. But you could binge everything that's there. There's like over 150 videos. And I make my videos ahead of time and schedule them to post. And when I've uploaded them and they're scheduled, the members can see them early. Sneak peeks. You'll see what I'm eating. There's one on Happy Pizza, like cannabis pizza here, and laughing gas balloons. There's all kinds of videos you can see. And I've been doing it for months, so there's like over 150 in that section, like waiting for you to go binge them. And it costs $4.99. There's a link below if you want to be a part of the members section. Even just 1 month and then quit, whatever. I'm grateful for any amount of supporting you that you're willing to do. And if you're enjoying it, then stay with me. I've got about 8 members now, I think. Actually, now, Joseph, I think you're 9. You're number 9. BLT tearaways. You're dancing in the bar now? You never know when you want to tear them away. Love with me. She can go anywhere I go. That Why You Gotta Be So Rude song is on here. And I played bass on the cover band without singing the harmonies. That's the curse of being a musician. You're jamming with everything and anything that you hear at any moment. I can't even have a clock in my bedroom because if I can hear that, I'm gonna start, in my brain, I start hearing rhythm, like like the clock is a metronome and I'm just doing a jam in my head of a million rhythms. So I can't have a click going or else I'll just be jamming beats for hours in my head. Play any Parliament of Funkadelic? I don't think so. I can though. I know I'm good enough. On bass, I'm really good. I can slap, I can play funk. It's like I'm almost 40 and I played since I was like 12. But I'd say I'm like a blues, reggae, and hip hop type of bass player. And I really love funk, but it wasn't a style I've spent a ton of time playing. But I like how rhythmic it is and very precise, you know, and I understand it. Bro, thanks for the stream, Tom. You explained topics very well. Thank you. I know I almost don't want to end it. We have 17 people in here now. Maybe we'll do one little walk through this whole place while I've got you looking. So at the Kampot Beer Festival, the bands played right here. They moved the tables out of the way. You could go look up that video, Kampot Craft. It was a craft beer festival, and it was right in this place. And I'm guessing like 6 months ago or something. Oh, I definitely got a few bites. I could feel my legs on fire now. And there was all, at the beer festival, there was all different vendors set up, like every 3 feet there'd be another one, and different brewers that make their own beers. And how does it look connection-wise? Still looking good? I'm judging their Wi-Fi here because I'm going to do a webinar on Thursday here. There's going to be an informational seminar live stream on Thursday about taking that teacher course I always talk about. And the director of the course and I will be live together answering everyone's questions. 9 a.m. Cambodia time on the 24th, Thursday. And the power's been going out, and the Wi-Fi at my place, I share it with the other people that live there, and it's fine when I'm just watching YouTube, like it's been fine for me, but this webinar, this live stream on Thursday is really important to me, and so I don't want anything to make me look stupid, or you know what I mean? And so I read that this restaurant we're at right now, Monkey Republic, it's supposed to have really good Wi-Fi. So I thought I'd come today and do this is like a test live stream to see is it actually strong in here, like, or what, but it seems like it's good. Yeah, and then out here it looks good too, right? Because I could choose any restaurant in town to do this idea with, but then you go inside and it just looks like a wall and a table and chairs, or you're bothering other people, or like, you know what I mean? This nice beer garden at 9 in the morning, and you just sort of hope you're not many people around, and I can get a good spot out here. And it, with all this nature, it still kind of looks like I'm somewhere like Cambodia and not just a dirty wall behind me or something, or my bedroom, you know. Like, or I could even move spots throughout the live stream in here. All right, it's starting to die down now. We're down to like just 10 people left. Just 1 second. I'm gonna pay in 1 second. Nah, I'm not gonna eat anymore. I just got the cheapest thing on their menu so I could sit there and nibble on something while I talk to you guys, but it's good bread, but it's almost too good. It's whole wheat, so it's very tastes like it's high quality, but you know what I mean? It's very wheat, whole wheat, very rustic, and it's like eating a cardboard box or something. All right, Oh, we got 12 now. Well, if you want, we can go for a little walk out of here. You just have to, I'll have to freeze you for a second so I can pay. I'm going to use my phone to pay for this. And then we could keep walking. You know what? I'm going to end it here. It's been way over an hour now. So tune in Thursday for the webinar. Even if I'm going to go live 9 a.m. on Thursday, 9 a.m. Cambodian time. And even if you're not going to take this course, it would help me out if you guys are in the live stream. And hey, like, you know, it's harder for me to conduct a live stream if there's 0 people at all. And so you could help back me up and ask questions that you imagine if you were someone that was going to take the course. What would you want to know and ask and be there? And you could maybe say positive things, because I might get trolls in there too that are going to say bad things to me during that stream. So I need all my Tom Trip Us Out buddies to be there if you can, and then help ask stuff and help make it a great stream. And yeah, thanks for joining me today. There's links below to all that stuff. And oh yeah, and you could watch it later, like after the stream is finished on Thursday, it will post. So then you can always watch it later and see everything that everyone else asked and all our answers, and you could watch it later. But it's great if you could be there live, everyone. Yeah, even pop in and say, or even if you just say, just be honest. You know, I don't want to start saying, say things like this or say things like that, but you know, Tom's great. You should listen to his advice, and they have really good, you know, and then it helps the other people in the room will see you saying that, and it'll be good testimonial for me and what we're trying to do and everything. Anyways, thanks for watching. Check out the links below. Until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.